Our son Lance was born July 14th, 2003, and 3 hours after he was born, we found out that he had a major heart defect. But at first they told us it was a heart murmur, and we thought this was something we could get past and really didn't think that there was going to be surgeries involved and didn't think it was going to be major, but it ended up being a lot more than we expected it to be, and we found that out.
At 6 months old, Lance Witt had his first heart surgery called a Glenn. Then, a couple years later, on April 17, 2008, Lance had to have a Fontaine surgery, which started the clock of when Lance would have to have a heart transplant.
Our cardiologist said, no, we don't want him to, we want to try something else. So they went into the cath lab and tried to see if they could correct the valve, and maybe that would put off a heart transplant. But while he was in there, he coded in the cath lab, and it took them about 7 minutes to get him back. So after that, they knew they had no choice but to put him on the heart transplant list. So that we struggled with, of course, but we had already been told one point that they were going to do it, so we were kind of prepared for it as much as we could be. So they listed him, and 5 days later we got the call that there was a heart for Lance, and he got it. I think the surgery took a total of 12 hours, and he got it, and then things were going good, but then his blood pressure started going way down after the heart transplant, and they needed to, the very next day after his heart transplant, they had to go in and correct his aorta because it was constricting, and that's why his blood pressure was dropping. So that happened, and then after that he had gastritis and pancreatitis and MRSA and a bunch of other complications. So he was there from the time we went back the second time. He was there for another 2 months. So altogether he was in the hospital for 3 months.
Lance was in the hospital a total of 92 days, which were mostly in the CICU. All 3 heart surgeries and time spent in the hospital was a total between $1 to $2 million, which doesn't include the $350,000 for the first year of follow-up care or the medication, which costs $600 a month, which he'll have to take for the rest of his life.
That when your child gets a heart, you think that you went through the surgery and you made it past and everything's fine, but it's something that they have to have another heart and another heart. It's not something that they've got a heart and everything's good and you're done. They're gonna have to do it again. But hopefully that'll be 15 years down the road. And with medicine, maybe that will be changed and he won't ever need one. But at this point, they just want you that the day will come that he will need another heart because they get coronary artery disease. But at this point, Lance, he came home on 17 different medicines, then was on 16, now he's down to 15. And the plan is to get him down to 9, and for the rest of his life he'll be on 9 medicines. And that's teamwork getting that done, because you have to give it to him at certain times, and we do that together, and that's pretty much where we're at, is just getting him the medicine and giving him what he needs.
Children's Organ Transplant Association is helping raise the money to pay for Lance's medical bills. You can go to www.cotaforlancw.com to help donate money to Lance and see what upcoming fundraisers he's doing.